Obviously, President Trump has taken some video and put a CNN Mike logo on who he's beating up on. Can I just get your reaction to that?
Well, my first time seeing it, Martha, but first, thank you for having me on the show. I very much appreciate it. I guess my first reaction to that tweet would be the same as any of the president's tweets. There's a lot of cable news shows that reach directly into hundreds of thousands of viewers, and they're really not always very fair to the president. So I'm pretty proud of the president for developing a Twitter and a social media platform where he can talk directly to the American people. In fact, he's the most genuine president and the most non-politician president that we've seen in my lifetime, and he's demonstrated, whatever the content of that particular tweet is or any tweet, he's demonstrated a genuine ability to communicate to the people.
He certainly can communicate to the people, but I want to ask you, is that the kind of communication you want, that he's beating up on somebody?
Well,
that he's beating up on the media?
Right.
You're in charge of Homeland Security there.
Yep.
That seems like a threat.
Yeah, certainly not, though. I think that no one would perceive that as a threat. I hope they don't. But I do think that he's beaten up in a way on cable platforms that he has a right to respond to. And he does that regularly.
And you don't think that's a threat to anyone? You don't think that's sending a message? Do that to the media? Do that to CNN?
No, I certainly don't. I don't think so. And I think that importantly here, he's a genuine president expressing himself genuinely. And to be honest, I think that's why he was elected. He's the most genuine person, and the people that see politicians and then see him find him to be someone that they can understand and relate to. And so,
okay, I got to stay on this for a minute.
Yeah.
Sarah Sanders said recently the president in no way, form, or fashion has ever promoted or encouraged violence. If anything, quite the contrary. Yeah. He's simply pushing back, defending himself. But you know what happened to Congressman Scalise, and you have these messages out there against the media. The media has had, and I hate this to be all about us, but he's making it about us, or particularly CNN, I suppose. Some people had to get private security guards. Yeah. Is that really fair?
Yeah, so I think that the most important part of my message isn't just that he's genuine. It's that he's found a way of communicating directly to the people without going through whatever the media outlet is.
But I understand that. I'm talking about the message, not how he communicates.
But it's a good example of you or the media producers here deciding what it is that we talk about and what it is we don't talk about. And so, with respect, I think that that's why he needs to go around you and the producers that control the message and directly to the people and whatever he cares about speaking about that day. And occasionally he cares to speak about those cable programs that are beating up on him unfairly.
It is an incitement to violence. He is going to get somebody killed in the media. Maybe that will stop him. I am disappointed beyond belief by the answer that the Homeland Security advisor just gave. What a wuss. What a wuss. You could see that he is ceding his principles. You are the Homeland Security advisor, and you can't stand here and say the difference between right and wrong. That's what's part of the problem. He is surrounded by enablers that do nothing but shake their heads and nod their heads in agreement with everything that he says. They have got to stop. They have got to stand for democracy, for freedom of the press. This is just going way too far. The President of the United States is inciting violence against the free press. And America, we cannot stand for it.
Listen, I know a lot of people who work for CNN who have to be scared and wondering why the president has decided to physically pummel somebody with the CNN logo on his face. So it'd be interesting to get some reaction.
Nobody at CNN is scared. If anything, this is making each and every one of us more resolute, not to cower at the bullying of this president. This is a free press. This is a free country. This is a democracy. And if he thinks that with these little tricks, he's going to scare Jeff Zucker, he's going to scare anybody at CNN, he's got something different coming. We are resolute at continuing searching the truth, speaking the truth, and calling out right versus wrong.
You know, I didn't agree with the way Thomas Bossert was talking about this, but I think he's right that it is genuine in the sense that he is showing us genuinely who the president
Ramesh,
is.
this is not funny. Look, there's way too many.
I didn't say it was.
I know, but I mean, there's way too, and he can't think it's funny. There's way too many unstable people out in the streets right now at this time of impassioned and heightened passions. We all know it. We've all seen it. We have seen the results of harassment. We've seen the results of shootings. We've seen the result of violence out in the street. And for the President of the United States, who is supposed to be unifying this country, on a July 4th, weekend to be tweeting out incitement to violence. It is incitement to violence. Let us not parse words. Let us not call it by any other name. It is disgusting by this president. Yet one more disgusting act.
We'll have to leave it there. Thanks, all of us.